Hello visuals, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Can You Smell My Armpits From Here? That was a disgusting armpit shot. Armpit hair's vile, isn't it? It's like a German, you know what. What a way to start our Pokemon video visuals, because we are back. It is Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we like to fucking take our Coca-Cola in can form. It's always funny, you always like if you're doing something, say, oh, do you want a Coke? And you'll give somebody a Coke, or you'll get a Coke and like, oh, it's in liquid form or whatever, like proper lad crack. You're like, I'm rambling about fucking lads taking drugs and shit on a Pokemon video. No wonder YouTube will be like, fuck you. No visuals after, apart from that weird what the fuck intro. Why is the hat catching the trimliness of, what the fuck is trimliness? Why is, I'm getting Snapchats now. I'm trying to talk about Pokemon and the lads are trying to Snapchat me. Speaking about Snapchat, right? This is going to sound so fucked. I only need Snapchat to speak to the younger boys at work. Now, I know what that sounds like, as in the younger generation, I mean. If you WhatsApp them or Messenger or text them, won't reply. And if I need to talk to them about work or whatever, it's Snapchat, I'm Snapchat, even though they're always on their phones scrolling away. When I say younger lads, I mean like 20-year-olds. Should we start this intro again? I know to just dig a massive hole. Look, I'm all fucking banged up and scratched up from being a big grafter. Right, no, sorry, visuals, we are here for Pokemon. More specifically, if I move my notes, because we don't need notes for this. More specifically, you might have seen these in the background of some of the videos. We're here to talk about the Pokemon Adventures manga. Now, if you can see there clearly, it's in a weird order because I'm currently on number 6 and I'm waiting for number 9 to arrive in the post. But they make a lovely little thing there. Yeah, not so much a review. I just wanted to talk and chuck out a few bits and bobs from the Pokemon Adventure manga because I've been enjoying reading this so fucking much. It's been absolutely awesome. And I wanted to give you guys just a few thoughts and opinions. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions if you've read them. They're obviously quite old now. It's not like I'm breaking any ground. I'm like, read this new manga. They've been out for donkeys. I have read the older stuff. I've never read anything. Well, this is the collector's editions. Oh, I'm a collector. I need to get the collector's editions. These are the collector's editions. You can can I be asked digging it out? You can get them in smaller forms with like the smaller chapters and whatnot. The collector editions, the artwork and the way they all come together just looks beautiful. I want to have them on a shelf somewhere. Now I'm just talking about how we're going to display them in the house somewhere. Don't worry about liking and subscribing and stuff. Don't worry about staying to the end because what the fuck am I on about? Yeah, so I just want to talk about them quickly because they are so much fun. Primarily, and as well, I'm thinking by the end of chapter 10, chapter 10, which is the smallest one. Well, part 10, I should say, collector's edition 10, collector's edition. We don't go past Generation 3, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and shit. I think Diamond, Platinum, Black and White, X and Y, Sun and Moon, all that sort of shit. Its own little story arcs and whatnot. I don't think they continue in Pokemon Adventures. If they do, let me know in the comments below, but I don't think they do. This primarily, we follow our main characters of them earlier games. Red, Blue, Yellow, Crystal, Gold, Silver, Yellow, did I say Yellow? Ruby, Sapphire, and a couple of others, obviously Bale and Oak and all that kind of shit, and your Misties and all that kind of stuff. Are scattered in between, but yeah, they are quite different to different Pokemon storytelling. If you've watched the anime or even just the story of the games, these are somewhat close-ish to the games, but there's a lot of deviating and all that kind of shit. But they are just a whirlwind of a ride. Even the way that the Pokemon battles take place of using different strategies and different tactics and whatnot. I probably will say a couple of spoilers, but again, they've been out for fucking ages, and if you wanted to read them, you've probably already read them by now. I keep trying to show you shots and just not showing you, just showing you Batman Funkos and stuff. One of the biggest stand-up moments was Red catching an Eevee that had the ability to evolve and then come back to its normal state, go into Flareon, Jolteon, or Vaporeon, like sort of whenever he needed and stuff like that. There's a key component as well about the whole Viridian. I'm a trainer from Viridian. I'm a trainer from Viridian Forest and shit. That gives you immense powers. Gives you certain powers. Because all of the main characters, apart from Ruby and Sapphire, at least to where I've got to, and I've only got literally a little dent into volume number 6. They have like, oh shit, am I gonna remember them all? So the main characters all have like special abilities or talents or powers, whatever they are. So like Red is his like power or his ability is battling. Blue is training. Yellow is healing. Fuck me. Gold is hatching eggs. silver and green. Green is trading, and silver is evolving whilst trading, or one of the two like that. And who am I missing? Crystal is catching. I think I've named everybody there. Yeah, so they have these mad little powers. The only thing that I would like to have seen is Red and that go on and get the gym badges and stuff. Like when we get to the end of Gold's story, he's not gone for any of the gym badges or anything like that. But that's not kind of what this story is about, doing the normal gym trials and all this kind of stuff and going on to become champion and whatnot. Red does go on to win the Indigo League, and he does get the badges, but there's some like just given badges or swapping over, or you could take them, because in the especially by halfway through, at least the collector's edition, because again, if you bought the other ones you can have ends, but this one sort of ends, and in the same book of number 3 you go on to Gold's adventure. We have like the Indigo League and all that kind of stuff. What was going to rumble up? Yeah, but the gym badge, it's mostly about like Team Rocket's takeover and shit, and how they're using different bits and bobs to try and manipulate power. And then later on, you see they've got a weapon to harness the gym badges and shit. They're going after the legendary birds and whatnot. We've got Lieutenant Surge, we've got Sabrina, we've got Koga. Fully in the ranks of Team Rocket, but they eventually kind of come good and work their way around. What I loved about the ending of, I think it's like, is it halfway through? No, is it all the way at the end of number 1? Red wins the Indigo League, but then like he's given like a mysterious letter that he's been challenged, and we find out this Elite Four, and he goes missing for a while, and it's a storied adventure for Yellow to hunt him down and try and help out. And you see that it's the Elite Four, and the Elite Four are extremely evil in this. They have a plan of getting rid of humanity, so it's a safer world for Pokemon, because they go on a lot about the pollution and stuff of humans in these stories, and how like over Viridian and Pallet Town and shit, like the air's a bit cleaner, so like the Pokemon could thrive a lot better there, but it's a lot darker in Ming and other places, and Pokemon are being affected by it and stuff. So it's slightly different takes and twists and whatnot. No, we have had Pokemon storylines showing them being affected by human shenanigans of living on Earth and mining and power plants and stations, all that kind of shit. The Pokeball tactics as well, we've seen a few times during battles some fucked up shit happen. Like there's a moment later on with is it Crystal during her training, Pokeballs getting damage the button so the Pokemon can't come out. You can just see them looking through the top, because the top's proper hollow, and looking out being like, what the fuck. Another thing that I absolutely adore about this as well is, as you're going through your journeys, it gives you updates on what they've done so far, the journey. You can look at it like a map and be like, this is where this battle against Gyarados took place, and this is where Red's Poliwhirl evolved, and this is his interaction with whoever it may be. And you get updates of their team and what level they're on, and where they originally found them, or if they were swapped to original training and stuff. And I love getting them progress reports. And the earlier ones really made me really want to play the old games again. Even though we've as fans have played them a million times, I finished all of like the Gold and Crystal and Silver Arc and stuff. And I was like, I'm rebooting a copy of Crystal, and I'm going to play the shit out of that. Even like mentioning Pokemon's levels and their health bars and all this kind of stuff. The way that they're going around catching and doing shit. Even going up and meeting Kurt. The overall story of like the Gold and Silver shit as well is fucked up. Then we have like a really cool Kanto versus Johto trainer battles. It's like a tournament, Kanto versus Johto, with a mysterious plotting involved in that, with some nefarious means, because what's his name? Old Lado from Johto, Ice Boy. What the fuck's his name again? Not Kurt, he's the ball maker. It will come to me at some random point, like it always does. He wants to harness time, and he gets Lugia and Ho-Oh and stuff, and he wants to capture Celebi so he can get to a moment in time where he lost his Laprases. And I was like, that's pure depressing. Going about like Pokemon deaths and shit, and this is so fucking depressing. I will, to be fair, I've been rambling for ages. I'll tell you what. I'll quickly go on to the Ruby and Sapphire stories. Well, the little bit that I'm into, and tell you that there's something I don't like. So we follow, when you get to the Gen 3 stuff, we follow Ruby and Sapphire. Obviously everybody's their normal typical names of the games and shit. One of them is having an adventure. So Ruby is going for the Pokemon contests, and Sapphire is going for the traditional gym and blah blah blah. And they've got a competition they're going to meet up in like 80 days, and whoever's done the best wins this little competition. I will be honest, I'm not the biggest contest fan. When it was introduced in Pokemon, it was fine. I did it, whatever. I usually bypassed it if when I need to now because I'm not the biggest fan. So watching him go on to get his beauty ribbons and shit, I kind of don't care a little bit. I mean, it's still fun to see, and because it's quite funny because he gets Mudkip and he's thinking, how can I use you in a contest? And he's kicking off because he doesn't want his Pokemon to battle because he's like, oh, I want to make them beautiful and shiny and shit. And Sapphire's like, I've got them the right way around, haven't I? He is Ruby. I'm sure he is Ruby. I have to double check. He is Ruby. He gets his Mudkip. He's like, how am I going to use you? But yeah, he doesn't want to kick off and get his Pokemon all dirty and minging and stuff. So it's when he's doing his stuff, I'm still rooting for him. Like, yeah, come on, son, get that ribbon and win this contest and shit. But when she's out there battling, doing the strategy and doing this and that and whatnot, I'm like, I am more invested in her because it's the more traditional sort of route. But yeah, let's go through some artwork of ones that preferably I've read because I don't want to spoil that. By the way, I'm going to use this for the thumbnail. That is my favorite cover out of all of them. I just fucking gorgeous. Right, so not done yet. So we can go to. We take a look at a random shot. Do we have a shot of Lugia? Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, I like that shot. There we go. So we have here a beautiful shot of all the starters for Alligator, Meganium, Charizard and stuff. Just beautiful. Obviously, it's all in black and white and stuff. And there we go. There's all of our trainers down there. We can see silver, blue, gold, crystal, yellow. No, wait, is gold there? No, gold's not there, sorry. Silver. I'm just going to sit and read them all out to you. Got red, blue, green, silver, crystal, and yellow. Oh, this is the moment where Gold's away doing his shenanigans because he's going to become the hero and he hatches himself a little Pichu and stuff. But just amazing, beautiful artwork. His introduction was quite funny because what do they call him? He's hearty but a bit of a clown, and to be him getting called a bit of a clown, you're like, that's a bit fucking harsh. But oh, there we go. There's a really cool shot there of Ho-Oh. Looking absolutely badass. There is our little mass deviant. Why the fuck can't I remember his name? I need to remember it. Nice, there we go. He turns out to be, his whole plan is, like I said, the whole, to get hold of Lapras and save his Lapras in that depressing story. He has like a replicant of like this ice thing where he can make like a body out of it and stuff and like keep healing and shit, and he deceives everybody, especially during this tournament, because like, oh, I can't be him because he was out at this tournament because they want to get the magnet train to crash into the stadium and fuck all this kind of shit up and fuck everybody over and stuff. What I was going to say, there's a moment as well earlier on where I'm forgetting Blaine's fucked up in this. I'm going to sidetrack where I'm thinking of two different names. Blaine is connected to Mewtwo, obviously. Like part of his DNA is in making Mewtwo, and Mewtwo has this big fucking spoon and shit, where his arms all going like all fucked up and stuff. But eventually he has a connection with Entei later on, Surge with Raikou, and Misty with Suicune. Fucking Elite Four. Fuck, what, why do I keep wanting to say Bruno? I can't remember Bruno. His Hitmonlee, has like his legs can go like unbelievably stretchy and whatnot and just full on crazy and stuff. The Safari Zone bit where Red's traveling through as well, I really enjoy anything Safari Zone, especially the OG Safari Zone and stuff. I fucking love going down that sort of route. Ghost type Pokemon, the way they interact and how they can use to get in your head and possess you and make you do all this shit. We have a weird moment where Agatha's up against Koga, and it's like Arbok versus Arbok, and we see a half Arbok, its tail just going, and it's like, what the fuck? A weird moment between Gold trying to tap Green, and he hits her on the, and it's like, okay, well, okay. What? And so I was like, hey, get off, it's my sister. He's like, oh, I didn't realise I was trying to tap her on the back, she moved or whatever. But some really funny dialogue. A really cool moment. So I am just rambling now, aren't I? That's typical me. A moment where it's all kicking off with the Elite Four and stuff, and some of our strongest trainers are there, but we have like some of our main Cantonian gym leaders trying to protect their certain cities, like Erica doing her bits and bobs, and but Lance has sent a wave of Pokemon to attack each city, so they're distracted and they can try and get rid of these kids. You know, the one that won the Indigo League being Red, and try and go through with their plan and stuff. But honestly, Visual, tell you what, should we just quickly show you the covers of all of them? So there we are. We're currently on number 6. There's Ruby and his team. This is number 10, like I said, the shortest one. Really cool cover, but as well, if you can see on the back, we have our Oh, I only just noticed what it's the pre-evolution, so we can see. There's a moment as well, actually, another side tangent, where there's a lot of sharing Pokemon. Like Yellow has a big adventure with Red's Pikachu and stuff. Which I understand, and just hiding the fact that Yellow was a girl, and then it's like it's a big mystery, and she reveals herself as a girl, and I was like, whoa, okay. You can see there Red with his Bulbasaur, Blue with his Charmander and stuff. Really, really fucking cool. But there's the. I just realised, well, you're very mate. Sapphire is very Team Aqua there. And then, of course, I've shown you my favourite cover. That one feels like it might be the thickest. That's a very thick one. We've got Sapphire and her Blaziken and some of her other team members there. Donphan, Aggron and shit. I can't wait to get through that, actually. Shit, the team she's building, I'm really, really enjoying. We've seen this one Gold and his Typhlosion. Crystal and Suicune, and on the back, she's got a bit of a weird team, a bit of a mix-up, and she caught a lot of hers in a one all at the same time, which was just fucking bizarre. Yellow's team I'm not huge on. So what did Yellow come up with? She eventually had a Dodrio, a Golem, which she borrowed a Graveler from Rock, she borrowed Omastar, actually. Oh no, Misty give her the Omastar. She had an Omastar anyway. She ends up getting her own Pikachu, a Rattata, a Butterfree. There's a bit of Raticate and then a Butterfree, a bit of a weird team. Another big, heavy favourite of the cover. Fucking awesome. And then the first one, fucking love that one. I absolutely, this part, I don't know if this sort of artwork is just making me fall more and more in love with Poliwhirl. For whatever reason, I didn't appreciate at the time the love I have for Poliwhirl. But anyway, visuals, nice little ramble there. That's probably 20 minutes of absolute non-usable information, but beautiful books. Absolutely loving them. I'm just waiting for one more to come, which is obviously volume 9, which will come eventually, and I'm going to go on and do like the whole Sun and Moon, all that kind of shit. But these have been a joy. We go visuals as I stack my books back up. Just a few little thoughts and opinions on Pokemon Adventures, the manga, the manga Pokemon Adventures, however you want to word that. If you want like an actual full in-depth review, I can kind of do it at some point if I remember everything. Because bearing in mind, these aren't proper books. Like I said, there are a few words, but there's not like an abundance of words. It's just got thingies. But I can remember most of it. I can go through a review of each one if you want a proper breakdown and shit. But if you've read them visuals, let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed them and all that kind of shit, I want to know your thoughts and opinions. And as well, I want recommendations for the next manga series I should do. I'm just sort of going through the franchises that I love. I was thinking about doing Dragon Ball next. But maybe there's a manga out there you should remember. Maybe we should do One Piece. Maybe we should do the One Piece manga. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, visuals, as always, that is Pokemon Thursday. Thank you so much for sitting down and letting me ramble. Hopefully, I've perked up some interest there, or you've been like, yeah, that sounds quite cool, or whatever. Probably not, because I'm an idiot. But visuals, more importantly, thank you so much for watching. And remember to always keep being you and keep on, keep it on.